Hi guys. I'm going to show you how I do my label bands around my 2-inch bath bombs. You can do this with any size, you just have to change the measurements obviously. What I do is I use cardstock because I don't want the oil seeping into the paper and ruining the label, and the cardstock keeps its shape really nicely when you shrink wrap it. You could probably just wrap these in the cardstock as long as they're tight, and you wouldn't need to shrink wrap it if you actually like your bath bombs out or putting them in a cellophane bag or something else. When I wrap them tight enough, the band usually stays on pretty firmly, but I like to shrink wrap mine. So anyway, I'm going to stop saying get it out of my system. So I use 250 GSM, I believe this is. It could be 220, but I think it's 250. I do my template on my computer. The measurements that will go around a 2-inch bath bomb are 16 centimeters long, and I use 1.8 centimeters wide because I like there to be a little lip here that I can get something into to open up the shrink wrap. You can do it skinnier, but to be honest, you don't end up with a lot of room to put all the information on here, so I wouldn't go too skinny if I was you. Were you? Gosh. So the measurements again are 18 millimeters by 160 millimeters. That's for a 2-inch bath bomb. So what I do is I organize my labels, print them off on the highest settings, just using my inkjet. I don't have anything fancy. And then I use my Fiskars cutter thingy in the bobby. I do have a Cricut machine over there, but I don't know how to use it yet. Right now it's an incredibly expensive paperweight, just sitting on my table doing nothing. Story of my life. So I pop these in here. Obviously you probably use one of these. If not, you just line it up. You got to be really careful to line it up properly. Slide it across and the blade will cut it out. So then you are left with something like, I think this is the one I was going to use. No, it's not. This one here. So this one, my template is actually ever so slightly wider. I'm going to change that on my computer later. I had to trim like a tiny bit off here. So we end up with something like this. Then what I do is I get my sticker tape, just a tiny bit, and I pop it on here on the front of the label. Grab my bath bomb. I just found this one in the bathroom. Stole it from the bathroom. Wrap it around as tight as you can. Now you really want these to stay in place while you're trying to shrink wrap them and throw them in the bag and stuff. And if you don't want to shrink wrap them, then yeah, you want them to stay in place. So that's excellent. That's not going to move. All right, so that's a wrapped one without a bag around it, without shrink wrap around it, I mean. There you go, beautiful. Now I grab I've cut this out already. I've come prepared. I grab my shrink tube, which I got off my gigantic roll. I pop my bath bomb in there. There we go. Lovely. I'm going to cut this off now. Whoops. Didn't do that very well, whatever. So there we have him in a little bag. Now I'm going to make lots of noise. Whoops, sorry. Now I'm going to make lots of noise, so bear with me, and I will melt this. There's like quite a bit on there. You can, take off the excess, but I'm not going to bother because who cares? Okay, here we go. And there's a shrink wrapped bath bomb. Mine's a little bit lumpy because I didn't have it hot enough. Whoops. There you go. Beautiful. Perfect. And then you see how I've made it ever so slightly wider than the very center of the bath bomb. So you've got this little lip here that you can stick something sharp in and open it up easily. You can make it skinnier, but like I said, good luck fitting all your information on something that skinny. I'm going to try a few different things. I was thinking of making an even wider band that sort of covers half the bath bomb. And also I was thinking of doing a really wide one and punching out a circle in the center and seeing how that works. I'm going to play around a little and try and make something a bit fancier. But there you go. That's how I do my cardstock wraparounds for my bath bombs. I don't know the measurements for the 2.7 inch molds. Sorry, I haven't measured them out yet because I don't use them as often. But again, the measurements for the 2-inch molds are 18 millimeters by 160 millimeters around, give or take 1 millimeter. And there you go. Lovely. I hope that helps. I'll talk to you later.